When I think about exciting possibilities, I think about my new podcast. The Pastor's Brew is ready for you. I've been doing ministry now for 30 plus years. And as I started, one of the first prayers I would pray to God would be, Lord, help me remain relevant. God, help me remain impactful and overall faithful to the calling which you placed in my life. The Pastor's Brew podcast will be an opportunity for me to sit down with individuals and simply talk about engaging issues around community, church, life, those things that impact and make a difference in your life. I'll be asking the question, what's brewing? What's brewing in the community? What's brewing in your life? What's brewing in our world? What changes? What are some of those things that have happened in your life that are significant? And there are thousands and thousands of topics and subjects and individuals that I want to sit down with and share. Bottom line, the gift of gab, running my mouth, that's one of the things, one of the gifts God blessed me with, so I'm going to use it. I look forward to seeing you, and prayerfully, you'll tune in and subscribe to the Pastor's Brew is ready for you on YouTube and be a subscriber, and that's going to help it to live on and have an impact in our community and in our world. God bless you. I appreciate your presence, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Maybe one day you'll be in this chair. So please keep all these in mind. Good morning. More persons are coming in. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Wanda. Good morning, Steve. Christina, we see you. Great morning. Please like and share as we get ready to share with you what God has shared with me in terms of our inspiration for today. Hear this. Go ahead and put it in the chat. Go ahead and put it in the chat. Get ready to type this. I can quit whenever I want. Go ahead and put it in the chat. I know you can. You only need me to repeat it because we've said it. You've said it. I've heard it said 1,000 times. I can quit whenever I want. I'm waiting on someone to go ahead and add that to our chat. I can give it up whenever I want. Thank you. I see you there. Black Coffee. I see you, Black Coffee. Go ahead and type it in. I can quit whenever. I can give it up whenever I want. I can stop whenever I want. Thank you, Latasha. I can stop whenever I want. How many times have we said that? How many times has that been our testimony? Don't worry about me. I'm good. Hey, I'm doing this. I can quit when I want. I can stop when I want. I can give it up when I want. Mm, mm. Yeah. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. Thank you, Christina. Have you ever said that? Have you ever told your parents that? Or if you have children, have your children ever said that to you? I'm good. I can quit whenever I want. I can stop whenever I want. Romans chapter 6 and verse 16. I'm going to lift this up. Romans 6 and verse 16. Paul said, you become the slave of whatever you choose to obey. Paul said, Romans 6 and verse 16, you become the slave to whatever you choose to obey. Either you become a slave to sin, or you become a slave to righteousness. To whatever you choose to obey, it pulls you in, it drags you in, it has you in its grips. Either it's going to benefit you and raise you up, and it's going to drain you and pull you down. So we have to be careful when we say, I can quit whenever I want. So when we say that, what are we really saying? We're really saying I can drop it, I can leave it alone, I can stop whatever I want. Here's a question: who you fooling? Who you fooling? I'm just gonna jump to the end, and then I'm gonna come back to the middle. I'm gonna jump to the end and come back to the middle. Bottom line, there's some things you just need not start. We're getting to a point in our life, and we're many of us at points and times in our life, and whether you're in 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s, you know yourself. Here's the thing: there's some things you just don't need to start, because when you start them, it's hard to finish. When we say this, and the notion of quitting signifies more than just an action. Quitting is just more than just an action. It's more just going cold turkey. But it's really about reassessing our path and what we're doing and what we have to quit. And here again, why we have to quit. Here again, and why we started in the first place. Did we start doing it, or did we get involved with it out of desperation? Was it just something to do because everybody else was doing it? I want to say I'm talking to my young folk right now, Gen Y, Gen Zers. I want to say that. We got some X's in there too, Gen X's. Yeah, yeah. I mean, was it out of necessity or because everyone else was doing it? Was it out of desperation? We need to look at the underlying factors of why we started doing whatever it is that we got to a point and we said, hey, you know what? I'm not sure how healthy this is. I'm not sure how good this is. But I can quit whenever I want. I've come to the point in my life and realization, vulnerability, and transparency. Just realize some things I'm just not that strong to do or to stop doing. I try to be forgiving in my life, loving because I found out sometimes I can go to 10 real quick. Real quick. There's people in your life that are just hot headed all the time, but there's some folk that's like that simmering stove. When you get them hot, it's hard to come down. It's hard to come down. I can quit whenever I want. It's a reminder of our inherent power to steer our lives in new directions. And that's what God is calling us to do. He wants us to steer our life in a new direction toward Him, for Him, because of Him, through Him. Paul was perfect in his ways of doing that, saying that, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, which means if we can quit whenever we want, we might rephrase that and say, through Christ who gives me strength, I have the power to quit whenever I want. Yeah, I hear someone saying in the chat, grandmother and grandfather used to say, don't start something you can't quit. Yeah, that's some wisdom there. Check the chat. There's a lot of good wisdom going on. Thank y'all for helping me teach this one. Don't start something you can't quit. Y'all throwing me off. I'm getting out of the chat. We get how many else are guilty? I'm doing this now, but so wives, when you start cooking for your husband or women start cooking for your man on Father's Day, no, you got to keep it up. Don't not cook. Say, well, I know I ain't gonna cook on Monday. I ain't cook on next Sunday. All right, I'm back. I'm back. When we say that again, it is a reminder of our power to steer our lives in a new direction. It encourages all of us to look inward and examine where we are and why we are there. So if you're going to claim that, remember, as Paul said, that we become a slave to whatever it is in our life we choose to obey. There's an old quote about sin, that sin keep you longer than you intended to stay. I hope I can get it right. I didn't look it up. I should have. It will make you spend more than you intended to spend. It'll make you do more than you intended to do. And it'll make you say more than you intended to say. Yeah. But yet we're saying I can quit whenever I want. God is saying, choose a different direction. Pray and ask me for the power to go in a different direction. Watch me work through your life when you so declare that I can stop it whenever I want. And then use that new direction to gain wisdom and insight to believe that now that I've stopped it, now that I've gone in a different direction, I don't plan to go back in that other direction again. There are some things that God has brought us through and some things that he's seen us through, some things that we prayed our way through. And you owe it to yourself, and you owe it to God, you owe it to those around you. Say, I'm not going back that way again. It's a gospel song the praise team loves to sing, and I love to hear it. Can't call the artist right now, but the song says, I'm not going back to the way things used to be. Not going back. The devil might try to pull me back. Influences might try to draw me back, but I'm not going back to the way things used to be. So today, let your prayer be, Lord, I can quit whenever I want. I can stop it whenever I want. But I'm determined not to start some things that I know I'm not going to be able to finish. I know I'm not going to win because I'm mature in this now. We're going to talk to our youth in the, I believe, discipleship series or something. We're going to talk to them about those decisions. And even in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, I believe that they're smart enough now to know that they've learned some life lessons already. Say, hey, I've been there, done that, got the T-shirt. I'm doing that. Not gonna get in that same situation again. I'm gonna choose righteousness, and which technically is just right. Choose to do what's right. It's not going to be perfect every day. Some days get it right. Some days not as right. But you're aware. You're aware of it. And you're able to pray and ask God for strength. So again, happy Wednesday. Again, thank you all for rocking with me today. Please please share this on your pages. Remember the updates, the church announcements, go back to the beginning and hear them as all the great things that are coming up this weekend. It's a packed week. It's a blessed week. Hey, I'm aware of all the things going on. I'm aware of all the things going on, both far and near in our community and in many of our lives. I'm saying today, be encouraged, be strong. Thank you again for joining in. Keep drinking your coffee. I'm going to keep drinking mine. We'll see you real soon. God bless. You're created to strive and not to stumble. Amen. Journey, in addition to the Pastor's Brew is ready for you, we're going to have a new segment, a new episode entitled Q&A, Quick and Ashford. We are people, but we're also pastors. Many of you know him, Dr. Martin Luther Quick, who is a son of Journey Church. We're coming together in a compilation, a collaboration, Q&A, Quick and Ashford, and we're going to be talking about what's brewing as well. Look forward to it, and I want you to join us.